Gin Does Games.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Gin here with another League of Legends Champion Guide. Tell me, are you fond of animals? Ever wondered what it would be like to gain their strengths? Then Udyr the Animal Spirit is the champion for you. He's king of the jungle in more ways than one. If you'd like to play as a man, bear, turtle, bird, monkey, tiger, then it's time to learn how to Udyr. Udyr is an entirely melee-based champion who specializes in taking out single enemy champions, initiating, ganking, and most especially, jungling. In addition, he's a very solid choice in the top lane. He's the only champion in the game with 4 regular abilities, no ultimate. Each one can have 5 skill points in it, but as you can only reach level 18 in League of Legends, only 3 of them can reach level 5 at any one time. All of Udyr's abilities are stances. Each one has a persistent bonus that lasts until you enter a different stance, and a short active bonus when you push the button. His passive, Monkey's Agility, plays off of this. Whenever Udyr switches between stances, he gains 10% attack speed for 5 seconds, which stacks up to 3 times. To keep you from rolling your face on the keyboard for maximum bonuses, there's a 1.5 second global cooldown between ability activations, in addition to your normal cooldowns. Udyr's Q is Tiger Stance, which is all about hitting fast and hard. While in the stance, he gains considerable attack speed. When activated, he gains an additional attack speed bonus for 5 seconds, and his next attack deals a hefty chunk of magic damage over the next 2 seconds. This is Udyr's best tool for single target damage. The bonus attack speed helps your last hitting, as does the dot if necessary, and it's great for harassing your opponents, so you should max this out first if you're in top lane. As you might expect of something called Turtle Stance, Udyr's W is a powerful defensive tool and his mightiest source of sustain. When activated, Udyr gains a shield for the next 5 seconds that absorbs damage. While turtling about, Udyr's attacks cannot crit, but they restore some of his health and mana based on a percentage of the damage dealt. In most cases, regardless of where you're situated, you'll want to max this out second. However, if you find yourself being bullied and beaten about the head a lot, consider putting more points into it earlier. The Animal Spirit's E is a bear stance. When activated, he gains movement speed to charge down his enemies like a bear after your picnic baskets. While in this stance, Udyr's attacks maul his enemies so hard that they're stunned for 1 second. This effect can only be applied to an enemy once every 6 seconds. Though that may seem disadvantageous at times, in teamfights you should take the opportunity in Bear Stance to smack each enemy at least once for maximum stunning. Bear Stance is great for initiating fights, especially when ganking, and for chasing after fleeing enemies. Though you can only stun them every 6 seconds, the speed boost will keep you alongside them. Normally you would put a point in this around level 4 and max it last, but if you find enemies somehow outrunning you, you may need to put more points into it. Udyr's final stance is Phoenix Stance. While in it, every third attack burns every enemy in front of him, dealing magic damage. When activated, Udyr emits waves of fire for 5 seconds, burning every enemy around him with each one. During that time, Udyr gains bonus ability power and attack damage. This is what you use to burn down the jungle with amazing speeds. Not only that, but Phoenix Stance is a powerful tool for clearing minion waves very quickly. It's Udyr's only ability with any range whatsoever, making it somewhat useful in hitting enemies you can't quite reach, as well as hitting many people at once in a teamfight. As a jungler, max this out first. Udyr's key gameplay is in switching between stances quickly and at the right time for maximum effectiveness. Not only does this work toward keeping your passive bonus maxed out, but your abilities create combos between themselves. Activating Tiger Stance and then Phoenix Stance lets you hit with the Phoenix passive more often due to the Tiger's active bonus. Conversely, switching from Phoenix Stance into Tiger Stance deals massive single target damage due to the temporary bonus AD from the Phoenix, affecting your auto attacks and the bonus damage on the Tiger's dot. Similarly, the ability power from the Phoenix will make the Turtle's shield stronger and healing attacks hit harder. Tiger Stance into Turtle Stance will also help you feel faster by hitting faster. Bear Stance doesn't combo in any scalable way per se, but a stun into anything else is quite powerful, and activating Tiger Stance before Bear Stance makes the next strike stun and deal a ton of damage. Though switching stances is important, beware of burning out your resources too quickly, especially in the early game. If you do, Turtle Stance helps you regain health and mana. Just be careful not to push your lane too hard with it if you're in one. In fact, also be wary of getting baited into wasting your skills early in the game. Learning how long it takes to run in and hit with bear stance so you don't waste it is important, and watch for fake attacks so you don't shield yourself too early with the turtle. For runes and masteries, we have a few goals in mind. Udyr doesn't really need to build damage. His abilities will take care of that for the most part. The only thing he needs to worry about damage-wise is attack speed. His real problem is that he's entirely melee-based. As such, he needs to be able to move quickly so that he isn't kited into oblivion, and he needs to be tanky so that he can survive long enough to get in and do his thing. To this end, for runes we build attack speed marks, flat armor seals, magic resistance per level glyphs, and movement speed quintessences. Our masteries are 0, 21, 9, getting as tanky as possible while taking every move speed buff. All this combined makes for a very solid and speedy base on which we can later build. As for summoner spells, I recommend always taking Flash. Udyr has no natural escapes other than a speed boost, and this really helps with escaping from surprise ganks or getting that last jump of distance to kill an enemy before they escape. To go with it, you have a few useful options. Cleanse will help out immensely as Udyr jumps into the thick of things, which naturally makes him a huge target for the enemy. Exhaust will cripple their carries in a team fight and catch those you can't quite reach. Similarly, Ghost lets you catch up to enemies combined with your already amazing speed, and helps while escaping. Teleport is especially useful as a jungler when maxing Phoenix Stance allows you to push lanes like a boss and be everywhere. And finally, if you're jungling, you should of course take Smite. Udyr is fairly item independent. He can be built a myriad of different ways. He can even start the game comfortably many ways, with cloth armor, boots of speed, or a regrowth pendant. I personally prefer the latter, especially when juggling, but each has its own benefits. Building that pendant quickly into Philosopher's Stone, or just outright getting one on the other builds, is extremely useful in increasing Udyr's already powerful sustain. The only weakness he has early game is that it's very easy to expend a lot of mana with him, which this covers for you handily while giving you gold. A Wriggle's Lantern might come first on a cloth armor start, but consider buying it anyway if you don't have it. This again gives great sustain and map coverage, not to mention it speeds up jungling even more. Since all of Udyr's abilities are attack modifiers, everything you do could proc the bonus damage to minions. As for boots, Mercury Treads are pretty much a staple on Udyr. But with having to dive into the middle of teamfights to do anything, that tenacity it gives is really quite important. The only other item that's really considered a staple on Udyr is Wit's End. This is great as it provides a ton of attack speed, some bonus damage, and a lot of magic resistance as you'll constantly be auto-attacking. A Heart of Gold to go with your Philosopher's Stone bought really early can later become useful aura items for your team, i.e. Shurelya's Reverie, and either Randuin's Omen or Locket of the Iron Solari. And from there you can pretty much build whatever. Udyr's like Tony Chachere's, he goes good on anything. For tankiness, Guardian Angel is always a great idea. For more damage and more sticking power, I can't recommend Trinity Force highly enough. Remember that Sheen's ability activates every time you switch stances here. The only item difference with Dominion is there's no Wriggles to get. Try a Sanguine Blade instead if you really want that lifesteal, or Youmuu's Ghostblade, which is good in any mode. In addition, in Dominion you might consider maxing out Bear Stance quickly and completely, and taking Boots of Mobility. With this setup, you can fly across the map constantly, taking advantage of your enemies being out of position. All in all, Udyr is a powerful champion. Heed my advice and you will bring the full might of the animal kingdom down on your opponents. Don't get kited, hit hard, and build what suits the situation, and the spirits will lead you to victory. Until next time, stay sharp and strike your enemies without hesitation.
Animal spirit, got a top tier kid. Neutral spin your ways of champs, doesn't matter, I can clear it. No fear, flash stun and it's over quick. Constantly prove that I should have been the first pick. Don't no pity, fur coat so pretty. Try to kite me, but you can't cause I'm too sticky. So many voices in my head, glad to hear it. By your powers combined, I'm the animal spirit.